Today is the Bathurst Historic Car Club's Gold Country Tour for 2024, and we're about to roll up to the bowling club down here. We're all meeting to set out for today's events, and here's the bowling club here, and there's a old Studebaker. And here we are, we're coming up to the club now. Let's get the cars out. I'll talk to a few people when we're here. I'll just run this guy. Here's all the folks waiting for the start of the tour with their little bags and things. We're going to go to Sofala and then on to Hill End, old gold mining. Well, what car clubs are these from?
Model A, Ford Club.
Oh right, they're all Model A's, yeah.
Model A, that's a rugby, the red one.
Right.
This one's only filthy because it got driven to Kalgoorlie for the Red Dust Revival in 2022.
Oh. Right, Ford Model A Club, and there's the man. Wow. How it was?
To cut them down to speedsters to race them.
Right.
Morning, folks.
Here comes Norm. I see you got the heater on.
Absolutely, the heater's on. Working well. But the blinkers aren't for some reason. Alright.
Oh, you always got the arm. Stick it out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, old Vauxhall. Quite a collection of different cars. There you go, nice looking Buick. Here we go, we've got an old Chevy here belonging to
Ray Davies.
Ray Davies and
From Wollongong.
Wollongong. And Ray, how long have you owned the car for?
I got it in '95, and it took me about 4 years to get it registered, and another 4 years to get it running the way I liked. Then I put it in to have some rust cut out, and it ended up this colour.
Oh, yes. So that's not a Reggie colour.
No, this is a Ford colour, Ford blueprint.
Right. It's quite interesting.
He yelled at me for putting a Ford colour on a GM car, but I like the colour.
I don't think I've seen a station wagon one of these in
There
a
are
hurry.
5 in Australia,
Yeah.
and as the other 4 are all left-hand drive, they don't count.
Yeah. This one was fully imported to Australia as an Australian import.
Who's asking? Who's asking?
Oh, just
If you're the RTA, it was always this way.
yeah. I mean, was it left-hand drive originally, or?
When I got it, it had the Australian dashboard welded in, but it still had the American left-hand drive steering box. So all I had to do was drill one hole and put an Australian steering box in it. That was the conversion.
And you managed to get an Australian steering box for the car too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they built the sedans in Australia.
Probably the more like a
It's called a Parkwood. Yeah.
that's a wagon.
There
The
we go.
station wagons came in 4 levels of trim. The Nomad, the Parkwood, the Kingswood and the Brentwood was the top level of trim.
And which one's yours?
This is the
Oh,
Parkwood.
Parkwood, and that's
That's roughly the equivalent of the Bel Air in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, I remember the Bel Air. The neighbour had one when I was a kid. There you go. That's our first customer for the day.
Jump in here, love.
Yeah, we got Keith.
He's the one that owns it.
Oh, jump in there, Nancy. We got Nancy and Keith. Whereabouts do you come from?
Molong.
Molong. I've been there once.
Been there once.
That was once upon a time.
You had to run up the back of it and go down into Sofala to hold you back.
That's what I'll have to do, I think. Yeah.
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 Anyway,
Well, they're sort of at the right height.
we got this beautiful old Buick. What year is it?
30.
1930.
And how long you had him for?
13 years.
13 years for this one.
And did you do it up or?
I just bought it out of Rockhampton. We've done 45,000 miles in it.
Wow, wow,
We
all
drove
around
to
the place.
Broken Hill for Easter.
Oh, wow. And I see it's got drum brakes and everything.
Old drum brakes.
Is he all original?
Basically original, yeah.
And what size engine have we got in there?
Yeah. 4.2 litre, 250 cubic inch.
Wow.
And
And likes the fuel.
Oh, well, yeah, we all. What would you average on the fuel like
around that 25 litres.
for 100? Yeah. Well, the roller's not bad then. Doing 20.
It does 20. Yeah, that's the only thing. They need a drink. But anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, I'll film around the car, hey?
Oh, yeah, right.
It's what a beautiful looking machine. And you didn't do it up or anything?
No, I just bought it like that. It had black tyres on it. So I put white balls on it. And it was lowered. We had to put new springs in it, new exhaust on it when we bought it.
So somebody sort of made it into a rod, street rod
No,
between those.
it was all done up originally, and the fella had it up at Rockhampton, and he just simply didn't want it anymore. You know, and his old uncle.
Springs were all sagged and horrible, so we put new springs in.
Yeah. There's been a lot of work that's been done that's perhaps could be said as a little bit ordinary. You notice a lot of things are all starting to break open. See a little screw up the side of the windscreen there now. You can a lot of stuff. But we've done a lot of miles in it.
Oh, it's a beautiful car, beautiful.
And it's very noticeable. Everyone knows it's back in
And sticky seats still have a seat?
You see it still work.
Always think how you
Yeah, there's the feet to get up in.
get up and you know.
We were in Orange one day in the winter time a few years ago, little grandkids in the back, and this fella was getting some petrol at the servo. And this fella had a bit bit bad leaving them little kids in there like that, isn't it? I said, oh, it stops them whinging. And away he went.
Here we are on the road a little bit. Unfortunately, I've got a modern car in front of us, and up front there is in front of this modern bit of shed. We have an Austin 840 going around the bend there, 830, and I don't know what it is, Vauxhall or something. No, it's not. Austin of some sort. And here we are. We're doing 40 kilometres an hour out in the bush. Hey, I think some of the older cars up the front are having a bit of a problem with the hills, or a hill. But the trouble is, to generate the hydrogen,
Yeah,
takes electricity.
Well, they've got to do it. They've got to work that out, haven't they? But
That's the
at
problem.
least when you burn it, it only gives you water.
Anyway, here we are in Sofala.
Beautiful.
Beautiful town.
All the old stuff. And all the old cars. It's an interesting car, little Austin. That's a beauty, isn't it?
Isn't that a lovely car?
That's probably the best one I've ever seen. Is this the float-on fluid one that was a big failure? I don't know if this one is. It doesn't say float-on fluid, does it? But that's a nice one.
Very nice.
Here's another one. This one's not so nice. Yeah, that's one of them. A little Morris Woody. And the Sofala pub. Here we are, morning tea at the Sofala Community Hall. Oh, a few old cars down that way. Back down the street to the pub that way. I'm talking to Colin here.
Yes,
And he's an Anglican man.
Ford Anglia,
And what year was it?
1964.
And how long you had it for?
I've had it for 5 years.
Yep. And
I bought it from a deceased estate in Gippsland in Victoria.
was it in the condition it is now?
It was almost in the condition it was in now.
Yeah.
I cleaned all the inside up, reconditioned the front seats, the upholstery. I've done all that myself,
Wow.
and that's as it is now.
Yeah, it's the paint job's really, really good. I'll walk around the car. The little slope window probably would allow the boot to come up, wouldn't it? The slope window, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. She's like new. Or as good as new, put it that way.
There you are, there's the Harry Potter number plates.
Ah, there you go, Harry Potter's car. Right, okay, we're about to head off, I think. Here we are on the road to Hill End. Quite scenic. And no one's in any hurry. Here we go, up around the hill and around the corner. Up on the hill there is some really big eyesores. Look at the bastard things. Ugly looking buggers ruining the land. Okay, here we are at Hill End, and this is the traffic jam coming in from all the folks on the tour. And what they're doing, they're putting the cars in the year of manufacturer. As you can see, it goes right down yonder, down there. So it's going to take quite a while to get all the cars into position. And here we are, Hill End, and the Hill End pub. And down the road, we've got plaques all up and down the road to show you what used to be there once upon a time. It's from the old car section, and we go up the hill up to the new car section, or later models. I wouldn't say they were new, no. And there we are, and they're getting judged, and I won't judge them because it's somebody's pride and joy. And how can you pick one? How can you pick one?
Yeah, you'd only upset somebody.
There we are, 1946 Mercury in immaculate condition.
Yep.
Don't know where the owner is.
No. Yep.
Here we are with a old Paco. Immaculate, had a fortune spent on it. And they're fueling it up.
Yeah.
Probably use the tank to get up here.
That's real good.
Did you use a tank up to get here, did you?
Do I have to answer that question? I used a lot, but my gauge isn't right.
Is she a bit thirsty?
And so what happened? Yeah, very. So the gauge was on full this morning, But that just fooled me because I put 20 litres in last drive I went on. I thought it should be pretty full. It's under a quarter now, so I just didn't take it. I carry 10, but it's a long way back home to walk.
Oh yes, and
Yeah, most of it.
how long you had the car, Lee?
Since 99, I bought it in 99, and then I got it on the road in 2013. But I didn't really start on it in earnest until 2006 when I retired. And then from 06 I did 7 years, got it on the road. And, yeah.
I'll tell you what, you spent a fortune on it. I suppose the house is mortgaged to the hill.
Of course. If you own an old car, it is always, isn't it?
Look at the size of the boot, my God. Well,
It's got everything in there.
you don't need to book motels, you just sleep in the boot. I've done that in the old Fairlane years ago.
This is right, you just about sleep.
Yeah, I've slept in the old Fairlane.
Yeah. Yeah, right, that's great. I meant to have a look at your roller too. But
Oh, it's not worth looking at.
Oh, well,
It's
lovely
just
car.
ordinary car, you know.
Very nice.
Just a Rolls Royce, that's all. Not as big as this, though.
No, not quite.
Here we go with the old Vauxhall 490, 1962. Does a 490 mean it's got a 4 litre engine?
1500 motor,
1500.
carbine, alloy head. As standard, factory standard.
Really?
Yeah.
Alloy head in
Yeah.
62. I'm Paul from the Historic Club and you're Peter.
I am.
And how long you had the car for, Peter?
Probably had it maybe 10 years now.
And was it in this condition when you got it?
Look, the paintwork I haven't touched, but mechanically I've gone over it, cleaned it all up. It was a half restoration when I picked it up, so I put it back together again.
I tell you what, the condition of the paintwork is pretty bloody good for an original.
Yeah. It came up, not too bad at all.
No, we'll have a look inside. Yeah. The upholstery is excellent. And
Upholstery's that's all original too. Yeah.
original upholstery. Wow. Built to last. If you had this car in England, they'd all go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Okay, look at this Vauxhall. What a beauty. It looks like it's had a full restoration. Very nice. Don't know where the owner is, but we'll look through the window anyway. Lovely. You can always pick the Vauxhalls by the bit of chrome work and things on the bonnets. This one's a 1954 and it's unusual because it's convertible. Very nice. Vagabond. And this one's a 3 litre Austin, very rare, never came to Australia.
Extremely rare.
Extremely rare.
One of 5 known to exist in Australia, one of only 3 registered.
You can't get much more rarer than that, can you?
6-cylinder rear wheel drive.
And it's 3 litre, yeah, which means it goes.
Yes.
And we were talking about earlier that it's got like the Bentley headlights and the Bentley rear lights look alike. Does it Austin make the engine or somebody else?
It's actually a MGC motor made by BMC.
There you go. And here we got a Vanden Plas Princess 4 litre. All the English folks would go crazy for these cars. It's got timber dash, it needs to be sanded back a bit. But lovely piece of machinery. Looking wise, that is. I don't know if it's practical, mechanic wise. Probably is. There you go, nearly missed this one. Old Humber. Used to see tons of these when I was a kid. Made of steel. Upholstery looks good too. Very nice. Here we are. Today's Sunday. Unfortunately, I had to miss the dinner last night. My wife wasn't too well, and it would have been a bit of a hoot and everything when they give out their prizes for various car awards. Anyway, you can see today is a bit of a pea super in the fog department, but we're going to go meet at the bowling club and go on a mystery drive, and that'll be the end of this tour. So here we go. Well, it turns out the mystery drive today is to Chifley Dam, which shall be interesting. Still a bit foggy, but it's lifting, which is very nice. Still got the fog. Okay, Neville.
That's it.
We're talking to Neville here, and this is a very interesting car, and I've heard about him before. And what is it?
They call them a Vandenpla. It's built by Vandenpla.
Yeah.
They built them between 1968. They built 6,500 of them.
Oh,
that's all there is.
That's all there is. And I noticed it's got a timber dashboard and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Can I have a look?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Beautiful, isn't it? This one's in good nick. I've seen one before. Maybe it was yours 100 years ago.
No. A white one?
No, it was the same colour. Anyway, all the timber work.
We've had all the
upholstery.
Upholstery's all been done.
It's beautiful. You know, a very rare piece of machinery. I do love it.
You want to have a look at the motor?
Yes, why not? Solid thing. Wow, yeah. It's even got the RR logo on it. Hang on, let's zoom in on that. Amazing. I suppose, would it been considered a poor man's Rolls Royce or a...
Yeah, well, it was, they built them as Rolls Royce wanted to get into the lower market.
Ah.
And that was the reason. Rolls Royce were doing work with Austins. They dropped the Austin part out, and Vandenpla built the car. Borg Warner gearbox.
Oh yeah, well they're all Borg Warner, aren't they? Yeah.
And yeah. But with like this one's 65, power assisted disc brakes, power steering.
Yeah,
that was all standard equipment.
Yeah, like the Mercs.
Yeah, yeah.
They were way ahead of their time. What size engine?
4 litre.
4 litre. That's very nice. And I noticed it's got an SU carby.
Two inch.
SU.
Two inch.
Lovely. Very nice. Okay. Thanks
worries.
Neville.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right.
I drove
That was her son's car. Correct.
Yeah. And we haven't got the two cars together.
Yeah, we wanted to get a photo of the two cars.
Would have been ripped well if it was a better day today. But
Yeah, this would have been.
still, it's kind of cool being the Misty, to be honest. I like the Misty side.
Yeah,
For a photo.
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying, what the bloody hell, we can't this side and not that side.
Every time we come in, my wife says the same thing. They all park there. You need to park the bum.
Because then you've got to fit that in with all the rest of your world too.
I had a bloke give me. What's the bigger? It's a Super 8 film reel, but it's like a 9-inch disc. Whatever it was, and it took 6 hours. Oh.
How you going, Kev?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. You enjoyed the run?
Yeah, it's been very good.
Whereabouts you guys come from?
From Sydney region. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, all the way out from Sydney, eh? And what is it? It's a Ford. What year would that be?
77.
Right. How long you had the car for?
Oh, I've had this for 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
So you're not even 30 years old, though. I mean,
I had an XP before this, and someone knocked it on me, so yeah, so I ended up with this one.
well, it's in good nick.
Oh,
You,
no worries.
you,
Try to keep it that way, yeah.
you done a lot of work on it or anything, or?
The work we've done to it, you can't see, so yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like engine and
Engine, stuff
like that.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
I changed the bonnet for a GS bonnet, so it looks nicer. But I've got the original bonnet at home, so yeah.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, a lot of these cars look modern to me. It's because I'm an old fart, and you know. But yeah, so you enjoy the show other than the weather.
Yes, and it's been very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I must say, it's been good fun for me too. You know.
Well, thank you for the weekend. It's been absolutely fantastic, and the Bathurst Historical Car Club have done a really wonderful job.
Oh, they do, don't
Grateful,
they? Yeah.
really grateful. It's just been a wonderful weekend.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll relay that. Oh no, you've said it.
Yes.
It's on film.
Oh.
Thank you.
What's that sound? Each time you hear a loud collective song.
There he is. There's Norm. There we are. That's great. And here we are back at the bowling club, where they're going to have their famous breakfast provided by the Historic Car Club of Bathurst, and that's the end of the 2024 Gold Country Tour. I'd advise anyone who wants to book in for next year to do so. It's a very pleasurable, great little run.
I'll be right there to meet you.